Morning. The topic this morning is the sociology of race in the United States. And we're fortunate to have with us to talk about the sociology of race in the United States an eminent sociologist from Tennessee State University, Dr. EKSanford. And of course, Dr. Sanford has been with us on a number of occasions, and each time he brings us excellent information. And Dr. Sanford, let me welcome you to the show this morning, and to tell you how delighted we are to have you here this morning to deal with this topic of the sociology of race. Now, it might sound strange to talk about the sociology of race, but I felt that as a sociologist, you have all the information, academic information, and et cetera, so that we could sort of build the show around this kind of information. And I think that that will be quite informative in reference to what we're trying to do here. But before we get into that, let's have you to give audience some information in reference to your background, your education, and your experiences. I know you've been here on many occasions, and they've said it before, you've said it before, but there might be one person out there that might not know about you, that we feel that it's important for that person to know about you. So give us some information in reference to your background, your education, and your experiences.
Well, thank you so much. And as you said, I am a professor of sociology at Tennessee State University. I guess I'll start from my latest all the way up to the present. I did my postdoc at the Pennsylvania State University in Penn State, and there I dealt with the elderly, intergenerational family studies, and inequalities that exist within the elderly population of the United States. Prior to that, I was at Howard University in Washington, D.C., where I did my doctorate degree on the homeless elderly. Again, looking at race differences as well as homelessness within the United States. But while there, I had some unique experiences at working with the national headquarters of the American Red Cross in HIV/AIDS education. We were the groundbreaking organization that started the whole issue of outreach for HIV/AIDS that was funded by the Centers for Disease Control and the United States Congress. Also, while there, I worked with the D.C. Superior Court. In that capacity, we dealt with mediation within the court system. I also worked with the American Association of Black Law Enforcement Executives, dealing with incarceration rates here in the United States and victims assistance. But I did my undergraduate degree at North Carolina Central University, as well as some studies at UNC in Chapel Hill and at the Institute for Social Research at the University of Michigan.
Cool.
And then one of my specialty areas in this particular has been in race and ethnic relations, in medical sociology. And while at Howard University, they had an excellent program in Africana Studies and African American Studies, looking at a diaspora type of issue. And I did an external minor while working on a doctorate degree in that, which I think is very relevant for today's topic on looking at the sociology of race in America and how it has persisted from an earlier time to the present.
And so I think that we've got some excellent information, and you've got the best experience to really talk about the sociology of race in America. What would you say in reference to making a statement that would sort of bring into view your basic information that you're going to deliver to us today? Give us sort of a capsule of what you wish to bring to us this morning.
Absolutely. I think race, what I would like to view an audience to understand, is a very complex issue, and it's totally ingrained in the very fabric of the American culture. And when I say culture, I'm talking about that complex whole that includes knowledge, traditions, values, and that's passed down from one generation to the next generation. So with that said, it's important to understand how race actually came about, how it was constructed here in America from 1619 to 2016. So I would like at the very outset to understand the complexity of it, because sometimes it gets so ingrained that we become so commonplace, and it becomes something that we just think that is just
everybody know about it.
Everybody knows about it. Like a language, for an example. We were born in America, so we learned to speak the English language. And as a result of that, we were born in America, and with certain cultural traits that exist, those things are learned as well. So I think that's the point of departure of our discussion today, and to try to understand the complexity of it, because presently in 2016, we have a